Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Welcome, everyone, back to Talk Local to Me. I'm Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
I'm ready to go.
Obviously.
I am Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels, and I'm going to walk all over Heather today.
Obviously. I'm just Heather. Don't worry about where I'm from.
You paused for like a split second too long, and I just jumped right in.
Yeah. Mike is
I'm caffeinated today.
I see that. I said I haven't had. I had a cup of coffee. Well, I use cup. I had some sips of coffee today.
You had a shot glass of coffee?
I had a little bit of coffee. I've learned actually, I've cut back on my coffee intake quite a bit, which is good. And I don't usually drink any sodas or anything, so my caffeine levels are kind of down. But so I'm just naturally.
You're just naturally hyper.
I'm naturally hyper and all over the place. So that's always good. So anyway, welcome everybody. And we are going to be kind of talking a little bit today. We're going to have some guests later on in the show. But we're going to talk a little bit this first part of Talk Local to Me about some upcoming things going on. Holiday events are happening.
Are there some events coming up?
There are lots of events coming up. And if you say there's nothing to do this coming weekend in our area, you are not looking hard enough for things to do. And I'm not even just talking about events that the CVABC puts on. There's multiple things happening. So I'll kind of kick it off with parades because, we are running 2 parades this weekend personally. Both Bedford's Christmas Parade, which is this Saturday, December the 2nd, and it kicks off at 11 a.m. in downtown Bedford. So, you're going to be able to pretty much find somewhere to seat yourself anywhere along the downtown Bedford area. I have a lot of people calling saying, where's the best place to sit? If you start lining up anywhere from Peak Street all the way down, North Bridge, South Bridge, East, West Main, Washington, South Street, you're going to see the parade. It winds all through the town. And we have over 100 entries this year in the parade from, the kind of the military first responder section that kicks off the beginning all the way till Boone Tractor brings Santa. And so I'm excited for the turnout. The weather right now, it keeps fluctuating on me, but it looks to be where we're not going to have any rainfall the beginning of the day. So the 11 a.m. kickoff, we should be good to go. We shouldn't have hopefully, any rain. It just looks to be a little overcast, which I'm okay with. What's a parade without it being kind of overcast and
right.
The no
snow.
A
Christmas parade. And, if you're worried about the rain or something like that, take an umbrella with you. It doesn't look like it's going to be any heavy rain. But I think it'll be worth the risk. Just carry an umbrella with you and
just in case,
mm-hmm. And bring you something warm to drink because it will be cold if today was any indication of how the weather's going to be.
So right now it's saying the high is 62.
Wow. So that's not too bad.
Whether it'll be that at 11 is hit or miss, but
that's shorts weather.
I don't know about shorts weather, but I know at 7 a.m. when we are there doing the lineup, I'm sure it's still going to be in the 40s, 50s. It'll be a little chilly. So definitely bring your coats and gloves if you can. But so parade, give or take, people always ask us how long it'll be. I say plan for about an hour and a half to get through all of the lineup from start to finish.
Yep.
And then spend time in Bedford. Make, kind of put it on your schedule to just make a day of it in the town of Bedford. You can, once the parade is over, you can visit the shops downtown, do a little Christmas shopping.
Yep.
And you can also go up to the Bedford Welcome Center to the Festival of Trees. They have more trees this year than ever. And I went up there briefly over the weekend and was able to kind of walk through. Don't tell my youngest because she will get so mad at me. But the trees are beautiful. Everyone has done a great job with decorating them. And every tree is for a cause. So every tree that's up there, you can vote for your favorite tree, and the money that each tree earns goes to a different nonprofit, different charity of of that particular person's choice, and just super well done this year. I want to give a shout out. I know one of our members, or actually two of our members, came together. Petal Ridge Farms and Nana's Nifty Crafts. They have a beautiful dried flower tree up there. Beautiful. And then, of course, Jay with the Blue Lady of Bedford, he always has a gorgeous tree display. And so just, check them out. Bring your kids, because they have a really cool scavenger hunt that they do every year with those trees. So you have the kids go around and they look for different items on the trees and, fill out where they found them, and they can turn those in for a prize. My daughter always loves getting her prize each year from the Festival of Trees. So really cool thing to do there. Then there's also the Flames of Memory. You can drive up through the National D-Day Memorial. They have the different candles out that line the entire drive all the way up, which is a really cool.
So that's a new one to me. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing to kind of go through and check out.
Yeah.
So, and then, come back to downtown Bedford. So from 3 to 6, we have the Christmas tree lighting event. Again, you can do some Christmas shopping. There's vendors that will be out. Of course, the downtown vendors will still be open at that time. You will see, we have an ice carver. He comes and carves a display out of a block of ice. That's really cool to watch with a chainsaw. I don't know how he does it. And then we have the Grinch will be making an appearance. Of course, Santa will be there. He officially lights the tree at 6 p.m. We have new this year, it will be snowing on Main Street at the Christmas tree lighting. We have got a snow machine that will be making snow throughout that area. So that's really cool. Hot chocolate provided by the Bedford Christmas Station, hot cider by the Bauer Center. Just so many fun little things you can do. Christmas carolers. So it'll be a fun evening. And then once that's done, we've lit the tree, then you can go and take a drive to the Spring Oaks, the Elks Home, and check out all those lights. The Liberty Lake Park will have their lights up and lit. So, make a whole day of it in Bedford. If you're able to.
Yeah.
I will also say, though, if you're not able to stay in Bedford, if you've got family or friends that are participating, the Alta Vista Christmas parade is that evening.
Very cool.
So if you need to run to Alta Vista and catch that parade, that's definitely an option as well. And then I will highlight, if you're looking for some other parades before we get to Lynchburg, because I can talk about Lynchburg, but if you're looking for some parades leading up to Saturday, Vinton's Christmas parade is Thursday evening, so tomorrow evening. And then the Amherst Christmas parade is Friday evening. So check out the, Vinton, and then Amherst, and then come to Bedford, and then go to Alta Vista. And then Sunday, the Lynchburg parade, which we also run, is at 4 p.m. Sunday. I'm still keeping fingers crossed on the rain chances for that, because right now it's like intermittent showers throughout the day, but I'm kind of hoping it'll stay away. I think it's supposed to be more early morning, which will be okay, because we don't start stage until noon. And the weather for that's also looking in the 60s. So it could potentially be a nice, not necessarily shorts weather. I'm not going to go out in shorts, but still a nice day. And Lynchburg has over 100 entries.
That's great.
In the parade this year.
And lots of places to line up for that, all the way from the stadium to EC Glass. So.
Yep. Lots of places. We even have new this year. I'm really excited to see this, guys. We have a huge monster truck that's going to be in the parade.
Wow.
Like a huge monster truck. He sent me pictures of it. And I was like, dude, that is so cool.
All right. I'm going to have to get a picture with that monster truck.
Yeah. I feel like I will look teeny tiny.
What are you coming to the parade?
Undecided yet.
Undecided.
What do you mean undecided?
That means no, but you don't want to say it.
What? What do you have to do better than hang out at a parade?
I don't say it's better than a parade
with us.
The Bedford Christmas parade is top notch. That's no.
It is top notch.
That is no joke.
You guys can't see Woody today, but I'm going to get a picture with him before the day's over with. But he's got a Grinch Christmas sweater on. Like, he literally could just wear that in the parade, and he would be the highlight of the parade.
I'm going method.
It made my day. It made my day today to see him in the Grinch Christmas sweater. So
Woody live streamed the parade for us last year, but I didn't get.
Oh, I heard it's going to be cold this year. So.
Oh, is that where we're staying home? Okay.
But you've got that nice Christmas sweater. It'll keep you warm.
Christmas sweater.
That and a pair of shorts. That's all you need.
That's all I need.
I will say though, if you are unable to attend the parade, and you would like to see the parade, I do live stream both Lynchburg and Bedford's Christmas parades from their parade Facebook parade sites. So that you can look up on Facebook Bedford Christmas Parade or Lynchburg Christmas Parade.
Yep.
And I start live streaming both of those, and we share that to our Central Virginia Business Coalition page as well. So if you're at home, because they don't do them on the TV anymore like they used to.
No, but also I think Andre Whitehead usually shows up and does the same thing. So if you can't find it on the CVABC, you could find it there as well. And then reach out to Andre and say, hey, you should be part of the CVABC because you do so much for our community. So,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can check those out. And I will also mention too regarding both Bedford and Lynchburg's parade. And if you check out both of those Facebook pages today, the routes are posted for both.
Excellent.
So if you're looking for the route, that's there. There was also a post on both of those about our quiet zone. So we started this 3 years ago. And it's been so successful, we are continuing it. But at the beginning of both parades, for about a block, it's not a very long, stretch of, of the route. But we do have what we call a quiet zone. And that is where we ask all of the parade participants to basically march through without making really loud noises. So you're not going to have the sirens blaring from the emergency, like the crews or the fire trucks or things like that. The marching bands will play taps, but they won't, bust out into like their full.
You mean like they're tapping to keep their rhythm?
Right. To keep their rhythm. Right. Yes, that's what I meant. To keep their rhythm.
I know what you meant. That's why.
A lot of the different radio stations that have the Christmas music will have it on, but it will be lower in
So these aren't
volume.
No noise areas, but they are reduced noise.
Yes,
so,
reduced noise.
If you have people who are sensitive to sound and they use, I actually use earplugs quite a bit. And I have special ones that still let you hear when people are talking to you, but it blocks out a lot of the background noise. Don't know why I felt to share that, but I did. But so if somebody wears headphones, you still want to have those, but because there will be some noise, but it's not going to be full blaring over the top.
Right. And we did this basically because we have found that there are so many different, people want to bring, if they have a baby or they have children with sensory issues, or you're an adult with sensory issues, or some people like to bring their pets, and have them sitting along the, the area with them. So we found that this was a good way to allow anyone who really wanted to enjoy a parade but not have to deal with some of those issues or having to say, well, I can't bring so-and-so because, of the noises and things like that. So we have had great feedback about it in the past. I know last year, the first year we did it, we had a few people that forgot and still, so bear with us. There may be one or two that forget and still do something, but we try really hard and our volunteers try really hard to make sure that we remind them before they leave the stadium or they leave the exit points that, this is the quiet zone area. And so check out that space because we've had people that said, well, I was at the beginning of the parade and I didn't hear anybody playing music. That's why. So you're going to want to set up somewhere else if you want to actually be, invested in the full experience of it. But just know that is why we
sure
we
it's
do
quiet
that.
over here.
Yeah. Well, and it is, but
I think it's a great thing. I saw that on where you made a post about it, and I thought that was like, oh, that's really considerate though, because like you said, like there are people that have sensory issues and like a kid or like what, it just is nice. So,
yeah. I just remember one year, the first year that the CVABC took over the parades, we did not have the quiet zone. And I remember seeing somebody post on our Facebook, I really wish we could attend, but I have a son who is, he has autism and he cannot handle
it's too much
the loud noises. Too much stimulation for him. Yeah, you're correct. And so that kind of got me to thinking. And I was like, what if, we had this small area where, people can still come and enjoy it and not have that sensory overload. And so we started doing that. Like I said, we've had really great feedback on it and we will continue to do it, from here on out because I just think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. Will the quiet zone be marked with signs or anything or?
So we haven't marked on the parade route, but we haven't in the past had actual signage up on that area.
Okay. Maybe we can do that for next
Maybe
year.
It would be a good idea for next year to get a few.
Or maybe a nice
signs.
Home care company will donate 2 signs.
Yeah, that would be nice. Good old home care company.
Good old home care company. So.
That cut me off at the beginning of the show.
I mean, you left me an opening. I took it. So
So those, we've got those parades going on. Then I will say next Saturday, you've got the Rustburg parade.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, right now, I will say last year at this time of the year, I really was not in the Christmas spirit. I really wasn't. And I don't know what it was last year. I was just in a funk, and I was like, okay, I got the parades, get the parades over with, whatever. It just didn't feel like Christmas to me. For some reason this year, I am all about it. Even though I'm one of those that doesn't start my stuff till after Thanksgiving. I mean, I was blaring out my music, got my tree up. I've already started wrapping presents around the tree. For some reason, I'm feeling a lot more holly jolly this year than I did last year. Last year, I was just bah humbug. I was over there looking like Woody with a Grinch sweater on,
That's what it was. I didn't have a sweater on, so therefore you weren't in the spirit. Now that I have my sweater on, I ignited the Christmas spirit in everybody.
My heart grew 3 sizes today.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
Just looking
at
a
doctor
Woody.
If your heart increases 3 sizes.
Right.
Anyway. That always cracks me up about that movie, but and other events that are going on this weekend. So you've got, if you like to go see Christmas lights, Legacy Wealth Management on English Tavern Road, they are, their community night is Friday.
Perfect.
And you'll get to see me there. I'll be helping volunteer and help out cookies and handing out cookies and cocoa, things like that. You'll be able to see both Sheena and I there volunteering with that. And then, Saturday in Amherst, if Bedford Parade is too far for you to travel, go to Amherst, at Second Stage. They're going to have, their
home for the holidays.
Home for the holidays, and they've got all sorts of things. Sweet Nannies will be there, so Sheena accidentally booked the same day as the parade, and
that's okay.
She's kicking herself, but that's okay. I won't have too much fun without her at the parade, and but she'll be there, and so there's lots of things all over Central Virginia to be able to go to this weekend.
There's lots of Christmas markets. I will also mention, last week we had Chris and Nicole Ashman on with the Old Liberty Christmas Village.
Yep.
And I will say we have gotten a lot of interest, lots of applications in. I'm not sure if they're sold out yet or not, but you're going to want to mark that on your calendar for December to check out. I know we've got, there's going to be quite a few vendors and hot chocolate, and
I'll be there for that as well, I think. So.
Yep. So I'm really excited to see all the things popping up and to try and do as much as possible. I went, this past weekend was Small Business Saturday. I went to the All Good Things Christmas Market here in Bedford, which I am just amazed at the talent these kids have. There were so many vendors, and all of the things are made by local kids. And some of these kids started at like 5 years old up to some, to teenagers. And it was amazing. Got a little Christmas shopping done there. And so, I mentioned Small Business Saturday. I want to very quickly just push out there. Hopefully you did shop on Small Business Saturday. If you did not, that's cool, because guess what? You can shop local
all year round
for the next few weeks,
especially in the next few weeks.
Yes, absolutely. Shop locally. We went, we did a post on our CVABC page. You can probably go back and check it out, where I had people like tagging small businesses in the area, like who to go out and support. So if you're looking for a small business, go check that out.
Yeah.
You can check out our website, cvabc.org, and look up under our retail members and see who you can shop locally with there too. I plan on doing quite a bit of my shopping local, and I got a really cute figurine willow tree, or like a willow tree person. I say person. I don't know, statue. Yeah. From Accent Flags and Gifts this past week. So
they have so much stuff in that store. I think you could spend an hour or two in that store and still not see everything.
That is true.
So much stuff, and it is so great. It is such a great place to go and find that. To me, if I need like a sentimental gift, like that's where I'm going to go, because they have such a wide selection of things. So that's always a good spot.
Yeah, it is.
So I do have a question for you though.
Sure.
Did you find the elf?
Oh, yes. So I have been to a couple of the elf locations, because I know we were talking about the whole find the elf.
Did they try to hire you as the elf?
So, okay, you know what? That's
we're the same height, so I can say that.
I guess that's true. I guess you can. They did not.
I have a friend that keeps asking me if I missed my train to the North Pole. And I told her that no, because Sheena does the Sweet Nannies and baking cookies all the time, that I actually work in the Keebler tree, not at the North Pole. So I'm a remote worker. I don't have to go to the North Pole.
You know what? So when I was younger and you watch those commercials, I always did want to be a Keebler elf because I was like, how cool would that be to just make cookies all day?
That'd be a dream job. Well,
Cookie tree.
And eat cookies all day.
Sheena just said wrong. Sheena says it can stress you out and it can wear you out. She's
I'm
really
sure.
tired getting ready for all these markets, and she's booked out through December, all that stuff. So she says it's not all fun and games. However, our house smells amazing all the time.
First of all, huge props to Sheena at Sweet Nannies and all of our members that are bakers. So like, Sweet Indulgence and, trying to think of the lady that I just got her cookie kit today, Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Her name's going right off the top of my head. But any of our bakers, Frosted Ridge.
Sugar Blush?
Yes, yeah. Sugar Blush. Any of those, because I cannot bake to save my life.
Right.
It's actually a joke in my house. Like my cookies come out like rocks, like they're not edible. Nothing rises for me. Like, so, there are people that can bake but are not good cooks, but can cook and not bake.
So do you know who is a great cook but can't bake?
Me. I'm better than that.
No. Somebody famous.
Ooh, who?
Rachel Ray.
Really?
She says she can't bake because she says cooking is more like art. Like you can kind of just throw things and it'll work out. But baking is more like science. So you've got to be exact. You've got to get Sheena has more recipes written down and that she follows. And she's like, she changes something and it comes out better. She changes the recipe and reprints it and puts it in her little thing. And so her goal is so that every time you bite into one of her cookies, it tastes the same as it did last time. So she is... I can't talk to her while she's measuring and putting things in bowls. So,
right.
That's
the difference between myself and Autumn. So I can cook. She's not the best cook, but she can bake her butt off. And we actually had a bake off once and I lost miserably to her because I couldn't. It was, Honestly, though, I feel like my family already knew Autumn was going to win. So like when they tasted my cake, I think they just pretended like it was bad.
I got you.
Because, they just thought it was going to be bad.
Speaking of best bakers, Sweet Nannies is in a contest right now. Go to Facebook and check out Sweet Nannies, and you can vote once every 24 hours, not once a day, once every 24 hours. And Sheena's actually up to win $10,000 in a layout in a baking magazine that I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure my phone will go off with
the Cake Boss
in just a second.
One, correct?
But and if she wins, we get to go to New Jersey, which is like trip of a lifetime, right? New Jersey.
Yeah.
But we'll get to meet the Cake
always
Boss.
Wanted to go.
I assume she's taking me with her. She gets to take someone with her, so I assume it's me, and not Heather, but we'll get to meet the Cake Boss and things like that. So, and if that happens, you might see some more exciting things from Sweet Nannies.
That's cool.
We're already planning for the future. So
awesome.
Be pretty cool.
Congrats to Sheena.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I think you said sweet. Can we talk? No. Okay.
No, can't talk about that one yet. No, that's still
sweet
under wraps.
Sugary snacks are my favorite.
Sweet sugary snacks.
So I was Made from Scratch magazine.
I do also want to put out an invitation to our small businesses in the area to come out on December 15th to two different things. We have two things going on December 15th. So December 15th from 8 to 10 a.m., we have our very last coffee talk of the year.
Yeah.
And that will be at Amazement Square in downtown Lynchburg. And that is it's kind of our welcome thank you to our sponsors coffee talk. So some of our sponsors will have tables set up so you can learn more about them. But normally this is a pretty big a coffee talk because it's the end of the year and people want to do that last minute, business networking. So encourage you to stop by that. And then if you want to spend the whole day with me, because I know you do, after the coffee talk is over, go out, grab you a little bit of lunch, do maybe a little bit of work, whatever. And then from 1 to 3, we'd love for you to stop by the CVABC offices in Forest, 14805 Forest Road. And we are hosting a Jingle Mingle, and it's like an open house for businesses, really focusing on, a lot of these larger companies have office parties, you can go to, and it's 100 people or whatever that are having
Woody
fun.
loves those.
So just to be clear, it's not like a speed dating. It's for businesses. Jingle Mingle, right?
Yes, it's a Jingle Mingle for businesses.
I just want to clarify.
No speed dating.
The forums.
Now, if you find somebody there, that's on you.
I didn't know.
Networking is all sorts of different things.
You gotta mingle.
Whatever you're into, Woody.
Okay. Yes.
Just make sure to clarify. Okay.
Yeah.
Business Jingle Mingle.
Business Jingle Mingle. And so this is we put this together because a lot of our members are small business.
Right.
Some of them are their own self, like they're an entrepreneur. They're, they work from home. And so we put this together so that we're basically having a company Christmas party for you. So come out. It's kind of a potluck. We're going to have food, hot chocolate bar. And it's a good way too, if you're a business that hasn't, maybe you haven't heard of the CVABC. Maybe you want to learn more about the CVABC. It's for everyone. It's not just for our members. Any small business that wants to come out.
Who doesn't love a fun party?
Yeah, right? That's right. So come out and have a business. Business jingle mingle with us. This isn't a date, dating app. We're not putting you together with anyone.
It's a good idea for I like the name Jingle Mingle though. That's a good idea for.
We should get all the single people in the CVABC and have a
jingle
mingle date.
Have a single networking event. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I won't be attending that one.
Me either. I can't come. But y'all have fun.
I guess I can't either. So I don't know who's going to run it.
Coming. Whoever goes, y'all have a good time though.
So that's two other things that we've got happening this year before the holidays. And I've got another cool announcement. The train just was like, "Hey, Heather's got an announcement."
It's Polar Express.
Yeah, it is. I've never been on have any of y'all ever done the Polar Express, by the way? That's completely off topic.
No, I haven't.
It's like squirrel. But I'm really excited to make an announcement for the CVABC that we have hired a new
drum roll, please.
Office coordinator / assistant for me in the Forest office. And her name is Megan Boone. And I'm really excited to have her on board. She's going to be starting on December the 12th. And so you guys, if you come to the Jingle Mingle, you'll get to meet her. She'll be at Coffee Talk. And, real happy to have her. She's going to be helping do some of the office work, helping me with, just odds and ends, things we need done.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to have her on board.
Yeah, I've met her. She's super nice. So I think it's going to be a great fit. And I think she's got a passion for small business too. And really wants to kind of see the community grow. So
yes. I think I may have her on the podcast on the 13th or the 20th. Not sure which one.
Let's traumatize her early. Bring her on in.
Yeah.
Don't tell her anything about it. Just bring her and be like, we just need you to sit here. Then we'll be like, so we're going to interview you for the next 35 minutes.
You, Megan.
Jingle Mingle.
So yeah. How'd you do at the Jingle Mingle, Megan? I'll have her on the 20th so she can tell me how the Jingle Mingle went. Yeah. But yeah, I'll put that out there too. So that's, something new. She's kind of starting, just for a few days a week in December. And then,
just to kind of get her feet wet and kind of learn with the organization, like exactly how things work in the office and things like that.
Well, yeah, because with the holidays coming up, it's kind of difficult to do. She's just going to be part-time, but, we take off some days for the holidays and things like that. So just kind of ease yourself in. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Hey.
I'm just teasing.
After, I will tell you what, having to move Centerfest and then trying to get 2 parades off the ground literally with less than a month of time has been so stressful. So I'm just going to say, I don't think people realize, I actually heard, there's another podcast that records before us, the Cop Talk. And I heard you guys talking about how the police department are going to be very busy with upcoming stuff. And I really don't think people really know how much work goes into these events.
Right.
Not just for myself as the organizer, but
for the communities that they're in, for
public works.
You've got
works.
Department.
So let's talk about Centerfest for a second. The public works people were amazing.
Amazing.
Everyone I ran into that had a public works shirt on, I was like, I just want to say thank you. I know how much work this is for you guys. And every single one of them were just kind of taken aback, and they were like, well, thank you. Mm-hmm. We love doing it. I know that the town did some things a little bit different, so it wasn't long days for people. Like some people worked mornings, some people worked night, and I think that made it go a lot smoother. So shout out to Bedford County for kind of thinking outside the box there and saying, hey, instead of having people for all day, let's have them do some stuff in the morning. They can actually enjoy Centerfest a little bit, and then we have a different crew to come at the end that's fresh. And it was really great. We appreciate all the hard work that the towns and communities that we do events in puts in to help with that as well. Yeah.
It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of work, for Bedford, Public Works, their electric department comes out and hooks up all of our vendors, and they don't do as much for the Christmas parade, but that's okay. I mean, they would if they had to. I know that.
Yeah, but you've still got them where they're blocking off roads, and you've got the police out there and things like that. And it's great that the communities do that. And it's just great to see that all the work that the community's put in to make sure that these events go off smoothly. And as the organizers, it makes it so much easier on us that they do that. If we had to have Woody out there blocking traffic, it probably wouldn't go well.
Oh, Lord. Pray for everybody.
Well, and then also I will give a huge shout out to Blue Ridge Community Church, their parking team.
Yes.
So Lucas, who heads that up, it's Lucas Lesniak. They are amazing. They are lifesavers for me every year since I've been doing this, and I think even before. They come out. So for Centerfest, they help us direct traffic, get the vendors where they need to be. And then the same for the Bedford Christmas Parade. They show up at 7 with us, and each one of them kind of takes over a section of the parade, and they get everyone lined up in their correct spots. And they do that so then I can head out to like the courthouse and get everything prepped at the front of the parade. So, having them come and it's volunteer. They do this because they love the community and they want to be helpful to, the community. So, for everyone who participates, it's just, your help is invaluable to me. I mean, it's amazing to see everyone that comes together. And in the past, we've tried to after the parades, we usually take like a plate of cookies or something to each of the different like public works and the fire departments and the sheriff's office and things like that, just as a small thank you from us. And so hopefully I'll be able to put that together again this year, just to kind of show them a little bit of love. But yeah, I just want people to say, when you're complaining about different things, take a minute, step back and just be like, if I had to do this, could I, how hard would that be to try and put together?
A lot of people think a lot of the events, especially the parades, that people just show up the day of and we just put them in line. Yep. That's not how it goes. Yep. We started this. You started planning for this in February?
Yeah. So we start the parade planning again, probably about March. Centerfest, we start that the day after it ends. So early bird sign up.
We've already gotten emails.
Yeah.
Vendors for it.
Yeah. We have probably already gotten 50 some vendors re-signed up for next year. Like they're already coming in.
That's great.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because we'll have people that'll be like, well, do you know the theme for next year already for the parades? I'm like, no, dude, I just finished. I don't. No, I really don't.
We don't decide that for at least 2 weeks.
No. Exactly.
Now, you may have already said this, and this may be a weird question. So next year's Centerfest, did y'all ever consider moving it permanently
to
Halloween?
I'm sorry. Oh, no.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So that was a one-time thing, everybody. So everybody it's not going to happen.
But I think part of the plan moving forward is that there will be if there's an extreme weather event.
Yes.
We'll already have with the town. Is this right, Heather? We'll kind of already have a plan in place so that if something does happen, who knew that a hurricane was going to come through?
Right.
So I think they're going to kind of build in a backup date so that we don't have to go back to city council and things to get it right. It'll already.
Yeah.
So don't worry, all the loyal fans of the September Centerfest, that's staying.
And let me explain. And let me just do a little explanation on that because feel like I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, are we going to keep it in October? Because a lot of people loved it. It was a great opportunity. The Halloween theme, who knew it was still going to be 70 degrees?
Yeah, it was 75 degrees. That was an anomaly for sure. That was, that was something good happening that we don't know why it was that warm, but we were happy for it.
Yeah. But I'll tell you why we are going to be moving back to our September date. Because it's always been that September, that weekend in September for years. So why move it? Because there's a lot of people that already factor that in. And that's when they think it's coming. For two, and probably one of the biggest reasons is because as an event coordinator, I try and be respectful of others and other people planning events in our area because you don't want to step on anyone's toes. You want to have something for the community that, people want to come to. And when we had to move the parade this year, when you look into October, every weekend is booked. There's something going on every weekend.
And the nice thing about Centerfest too is it's before a lot of that activity.
That's correct.
Up. So it's kind of look at Centerfest as your kickoff event for all your fall things.
Yeah, we kind of kick it off. So, when we had to move Centerfest this year and we ended up having, to choose the date that we chose, we also had the Sedalia chili cook-off going on. And I know that was a cause for some concern because, when they're kind of planning on having people come to their event and then another event happens and they worry about, well, are people going to show up to ours now because this huge event kind of came in?
Right.
And I completely understand that. And had I had any other option, I would not have done it that way. But, so out of respect for those that have long-standing dates for their events as well, we're going to move our event back to where it originally was because that's where we've always been. And I don't want to step on anyone else's toes. And so that's just, again, I try and be respectful because I would appreciate the same respect for me had that happened to me. And
I believe that, so the chili cook-off was the same day as Centerfest this year, but I think both events were very well attended. So
yeah, I think so.
I think a lot of people came to Centerfest a little earlier and then went over and got chili or vice versa.
Right. Yeah. And I think the hot weather didn't really help, like chili. Like I didn't want to go eat, chili in the hot weather. But so anyways, that's kind of my second. And then lastly, just because like I've already said, trying to put on a huge event and then 2 parades within 3 weeks after said huge event, it's a lot of stress and it's a lot of work. And when you're a small staff and a small organization, I need that that extra time to make sure everything goes off without a hitch.
Exactly.
So right now we're going back. It's going to be September 21st of 2024. So you can already mark it on your calendars. Date set.
Let me mark that on my calendar so I don't book something out of town.
Please don't book anything on that.
You might be in Jersey though, right?
The
September
hurricane.
21st. Don't go to Disney, Woody. Don't go.
I might be in Jersey. You never know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that.
So anyway, so lots of cool things and going on. So hopefully, with everything we've just mentioned, you found yourself something to do the next couple weeks. Although Woody's not coming to the parade, whatever.
Undecided.
I'm going to pick him up on the way.
Yeah. Well, I was going to message him.
You want to ride in the parade in the Bedford parade with me, Woody? You can ride out there with me.
We could live stream from one of the floats.
Well, I was going to message him because at first we hadn't had anyone that was going to carry our banner at the front of the parade. And I was going to be like, hey, Woody, you want to, does Bigfoot want to come? Or does the Otter,
oh my gosh,
Grover want to come and
he's in the woods somewhere.
Carry our banner? But
I got his phone number.
If we could get Bigfoot to carry, you want to know the amount of pictures that would be on social media?
It would be so funny.
I'm just saying.
However, I am very excited because we do have some carriers for our banner now. Excellent. And we are going to have the state champion girls cross country team.
Oh, that's way better.
From Liberty High School. Yes,
are we going to be able to keep up with
our banners? They're not going to run.
Okay, good.
I'm going to be like, please don't run. So no, but they're going to be, their team is going to be carrying our banner at the front of the parade. I thought it was a great way to kind of show tribute to them. And we're very excited and proud of them for bringing home.
Now they do know they need to stay on the road. They can't actually go cross country.
No, they don't. No cross country running.
Okay, just make sure.
Just gotta stay with the flag.
My little hybrid electric vehicle won't make it through the woods. Mm-hmm. So
yep. All right. Well, we're gonna turn over. We have our guest has come into the studio with us. How are you? Come see if anyone recognizes her voice because she's been on like.
Very sorry because I very much hate being late.
That's okay. It's fine. I'm surprised I was on time today.
I was half an hour early. I don't know what happened.
Everybody's early today.
Right.
So
yeah. So we have Samantha with us from SNS Business Services. Did I say it right?
Add that in there.
What do I not? SNS Services. Why do I want to say business every time?
Because I serve businesses.
Okay.
So it makes sense in your head. So it's not wrong. It's just wrong according to what my business's legal name is.
Well, in Heather world, it's SNS Business Services. No,
that's okay.
But anyway, SNS Services is here, and we're going to chat with you today. We talked to you last week or week before last about Dreamforge.
Yes.
And so today, though, we're going to actually talk about SNS.
Yes.
Perfect.
The plan was for me and Ashley to still come back together and kind of talk about our for-profit businesses and how, even though we're in such different sectors of business, how we can still support one another and be there for each other and talk about what we do and why we do and how we do it awesome. I know that Ashley, she had an unfortunate issue with her oven and wasn't able to physically be here, but if we're able to get her on the phone later. But yeah, SNS is my day-to-day. It's what pays the bills. It's the team that I've grown. It's what led into the creation of Dreamforge. And we're very excited. We are about we should end the year doubling what we did last year in service, which is very exciting and pretty insane. Our business is only 2 years old, and we've just been very blessed with the explosion of small businesses who have come to us for their bookkeeping needs, because that's what we do, is bookkeeping. So, yeah.
And I would think right now, people are kind of year end and you're getting ready for tax season, and you want your books to be prepared and ready to go. And, so
that's why we were late, is we were actually sitting with, Tommy said I could say this, we were sitting with Tommy from Mission House doing year end.
Tommy, for gracious sake, making my client late. What did my guest late? For your books. I'm just kidding. I absolutely love and adore Tommy Clark.
We love
Mission House Coffee.
He's amazing, and we're excited to see their growth. So this is actually, a lot of accounting firms tend to take basically Thanksgiving through New Year's off. Like, they don't even answer emails or phone calls. However, we're very non-traditional in that we are doing all of our year-end meetings now. We are still taking cleanups for the entirety of 2023. I just had a meeting today to help somebody with cleaning up their books all the way back to 2020. So, we're still rolling. We are still busy and still have plenty of availability to take care of people who are like, hey, I didn't do the thing. Can you do my thing? The books.
Yeah. not at the Jingle Mingle. Let's bring that back up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my.
I couldn't help it. What do you made me say it? Yeah. So speaking of somebody that, let's just say there's somebody listening that hasn't started, they are kind of waiting till this last minute to get their books in place and in order. What are some things that they should be doing to help streamline your process easier? Like what are some things we could do on our end to help you?
So current clients or onboarding clients, the biggest thing is, we communicate with our clients on the weekly basis. If we ask you for something, give it to us. Don't wait months or weeks even to get us stuff, because then, we're having to do a lot of work at one time to try to meet the deadlines that there is for your business. Mm-hmm. And while we will always do our best to try to do that, unfortunately, it does mean that deadlines are missed, or opportunities for loans or investor opportunities are missed because we're waiting on our clients to give our stuff. So if your bookkeeper or accountant asks for stuff, get it to them ASAP, prioritize it. That's probably the biggest thing, is because of the way our service works. We're in the accounts every single week. So we're always asking you for what we need. We're always sending you a spreadsheet for clarification on any transactions that are maybe out of the ordinary, to try to catch any issues of fraud or things like that. But if you leave that sitting there, we'll have no idea. And then it's really going to put us behind. And then we're in December doing 12 months worth of reconciliations because we've been asking.
Right.
So,
okay. So just don't sit on it.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing, is don't just let it build up and build up and build up until it's too late. Because you're going to miss out on so much. You're not going to know how to scale your business. You're not going to be able to get that loan. You're not going to know if you can hire that employee. Those are 3 examples that have literally come across my desk within the last 30 days of people being like, I don't know because I didn't do it. So, yeah.
So I have a question for you. In general terms, just like not calling anybody out or anything like that, but just in general terms, what do you think is the number one thing that when people have you come in and look at their books, what is the number one thing that they are doing incorrect, or that they are not doing quite right, that you try to help with? What is the thing that people, like, you don't know what you don't know? What's the biggest thing that people are just kind of shocked to hear that they should be doing?
With QuickBooks Online, I guess the biggest thing is actually doing a reconciliation. They think that just categorizing from the bank feed, the stuff that comes in, is correct. And the second thing from that is their merchant services. If credit card fees are taken out each transaction, you have to account for that right then in that deposit. You can't just do the net and then say you have that on your taxes. That's very big no-no, and that's probably the two of the biggest things. The third thing would just be a more of a nitpicky thing. However, it can save you if there were ever to be an issue, is payees. No one remembers to put who they paid. They categorize it, but they don't remember to put in the box that they went to CVS or that they went to Walmart for office supplies. They put office supplies. It's in the description because it came from the bank, but it's not in that little payee vendor box, which is really important.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
That's good to know.
So, like, if you order cookies from Sweet Nannies, you need to put that it was to Sweet Nannies.
Yes, exactly. The IRS really wants to know who you spent money with or who paid you money. They really want to know that.
Right. Awesome. You like how I just slid Sweet Nannies in there again?
Yeah. We love Sweet Nannies. She's awesome.
Yeah. Samantha's probably one of her number one clients, so that's why I had to it's pick at her a little bit.
It's delicious. I'll give you that.
It's good stuff.
I was able to take little bites of different items at our delegate meeting this past week.
Yes, a lot of the things were a big hit. And I just want to say, let's talk about the South for a minute. I always thought it was a Southern thing for 7-layer cookies. Like, I thought that was a well-known Southern thing that everybody knew about. And everybody I talked to, even at the delegate meeting, I was like, have you ever had 7-layer cookie before? They're like, what's that? I'm like, wait a minute.
I know what they are. My mother-in-law makes them. Well, actually, my grandmother and I don't know if you call them grandmother-in-laws, but anyway, she made them all the time.
Right.
And
they were always my favorite cookie. And like, if Sheena makes them, I'm like, please tell me these are sold because I cannot eat all these cookies. So, but yeah, like, I was shocked at how many people never had one before. So I've been handing out 7-layer cookies like crazy. Like, you've never had one before? You need to eat this. Like,
my issue is I don't like coconut. So it ruins it.
You can be wrong. That's fine.
Well, talking about Sweet Nannies, it goes into, I know, part of what I wanted to talk about with Sweet Indulgence, because she's also a bakery.
Yep.
They have very different specialities, is, how we can support one another, even in that. So, like, Ashley is a client of mine, and through our relationship professionally, we figured out, hey, we work really well together and we can create this Dreamforge thing. But it's because we prioritize that relationship over everything else within that. And so I think that's something that's really important, that is, we brought it up kind of last time also at the round the table, is that relationships are so important. And even Heather and Mike, y'all's businesses and y'all's day-to-day, like, professional lives as well, is prioritizing the person over the profit, even though that usually leads to more profit, which is nice. And so that's something that I know Ashley and I are really excited to talk about, was just how we were able to collaborate, even though it's a very unlikely pairing. And so just don't be afraid to talk to somebody or to grow a relationship, even if you do feel like you're in direct competition, you're usually not.
Right.
So
we had one of our competitors brought a poinsettia by our new office because they wanted to welcome us to the neighborhood because they're right down the street from us. So that was great. And I was happy to see her. And even though our office, like, there's still stuff in boxes everywhere, I gave her the full tour, like, mess and all. Like, come back and see it when it's clean. But next Thursday. I just hit yes on the invite for the meeting. But yeah, so I don't look at them as competition. I look at them as they do the same thing we do, but we're both trying to serve our community, and that's all the companies that do what we do. And that's the thing I like Sweet Indulgence and Sweet Nannies and Frosted Ridge. Like, they don't really compete because they do different things. Yes, they all bake, but there is such a wide variety of the things they make. So, I told Sheena she's not allowed to make Pop-Tarts because I don't need access to those, but I'm happy that when Sweet Indulgence does, catering or something for CVABC or an event like that, like, I'm happy I can get them there. So, but yeah, it's great that and I think we even had, like, Frosted Ridge took, like, Boots and Coffee or something to Ashley.
Lindsay is so great. I love Frosted Ridge. She's made the Alpha Gal friendly Rice Krispie treats for my husband so many times, and has texted me and just said, I just pulled a thing off. Do you want me to keep them to the side for you? Do you want to come in and get it? Like, she tells me as soon as there's fresh stuff.
Look at that.
She knows I really like. And I'm like, I'm just some random person that I've met like 5 times. And then, and she was like, well, I know that you like this, so I'm going to prioritize it, message you.
Right.
So, like,
and especially because Steven can't eat things that aren't Alpha Gal friendly.
Exactly. My husband has a lot of dietary restrictions.
It is literally a treat for him, not just a treat that you can buy from the store, but like, I can eat this and I don't have to worry. So, good thing.
And I think that's important, especially like you're looking at all these different, different bakeries that are doing different things, and they specialize in different things. Like Lindsay, like they do specialize in the gluten-free.
Right. They are dairy-free, egg-free is their and nut-free is their priority. Right. Custom cakes and weddings and events are like Ashley's bread and butter. And then there's Mia's out in the lake. Their cheesecakes is their specialty. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Sweet Nanny's, and hers is like the really good home cooking desserts that you want to have around just for a snack or for an event. You know, that's so different.
Breakfast.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. We did that too. The cookies that we picked up from y'all's place that one time really early, half of them were gone before we got home. That was
I'm sure.
breakfast.
I think that's one thing I love about, our members. And I'm sure there's businesses out there that aren't members of the CVABC, which they need to think about that, but that do the same. But we have so many that work together.
Yeah.
They really support each other. They push each other. They, like you said, like bring poinsettias and just build each other up. And that's what it's all about. It really should not be about tearing each other down. And I feel like if that's what you have to go to make your business better, or what you feel is better or whatever, if you have to tear somebody else down to get there, then
no,
we
don't
think
success.
So. Exactly.
I've had people come to me from other people. I've had people go from me to other people, and like the only thing I ever tell them is, hey, I don't care if you say yes to my services. What I care about is that you're getting the service you need that's going to help you grow your business. That's the priority. And I feel like if we're always able to prioritize, like, hey, people are getting what they need regardless if it comes from me today, then our area in our community and then growing out from that is just going to be so much better and so much easier to deal with, because then everybody, there's a lighter intention. There's more communication. It's really easy to get frustrated at somebody and just shoot off a negative email instead of just being open and saying, hey, why did this happen? Mm-hmm. Why did you say this way? So.
Yeah. Well, we've had, I've had so many people that have messaged me and said, like, I really like this person, but I can't really afford them right now at this time.
Right.
So I need to go with this person. But my hope is my business is going to grow and then I can afford said person. So I feel like, sometimes it's just, where is that business or where is the consumer at in that point of their life as to, what they can afford? Because I know, like, even my husband and I, back when we were younger, we got married 18, 19 years old. We by no means could have afforded the things we can today because we've built up our, our life and different things. But like we always joke now about how, our first two children, they're 25 and 23. And then our youngest now is 12. Okay. I feel bad for my 25 and 23-year-old because we couldn't get them as much. You know what I mean? We were struggling. Like we were able to do different things. We didn't get to go to Disney or, we didn't get to do all these things. And like with Riley, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to go do this. And oh yeah, we're taking her to a concert. No, we're doing all these things. And sometimes I look at Riley when she's misbehaving or not doing things she's supposed to. And
that
I'm like,
never happens. It's a lot.
You have no, Sabrina. It is not allowed. We call Sabrina Kennan out because she always tells her she's our sweet baby angel. Nope. But I look at her and I say, you just don't know, how good you have it compared to what, where I was in a place in my life,
right,
20, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's the same in business sense too. If you're just starting out that business and you're just not in that place yet, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. You have to make hard choices.
Yeah.
And, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
And going alongside that, something we are doing, which is not really something that we've really been openly talked about. It's something that's come across just as we meet somebody and we notice that they can't afford us, is we do have a special offering for small businesses that are in that, 50,000 and under bracket. But they still really want help with their books, or they're just not doing it, or it's just something that really stresses them out. And so it's too much anxiety to do it, just because I know that I've had at least 5 or 6 people tell me that. They're like, it's anxiety inducing. I can't look at it.
Right.
Well, good. Let me help with that. We have a small kit that allows our team to go in for up to 2 hours a month and do as much as we can. And it's about half the cost of what our full bookkeeping is. And that way there's at least something getting done in your books. And then at the end of the year, maybe you have a bigger budget or something coming up where there's only a little bit, so you can finish it out yourself, or we can finish it out for you for, a decent rate that's not absorbent of having to do the whole year at a time, because it is cheaper than what our cleanup minimum is if we have to go back and do it later.
Yeah.
So if somebody is interested in your services, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so they can go to sscustombookkeeping.com, or they can give me a call or a text at 434-299-3920. My calendar is live on my website, and I generally respond to text or phone calls same day. And I'd love to talk with you, get something on the calendar, and see how we can support you best.
Great. Cool. And of course, something we always ask our guests, and actually, Samantha, I'm not going to ask you first. Woody, how long have you been part of the CVABC?
Ooh,
and what's your favorite benefit?
Flip it.
Yeah. I would say over 2 years now. We joined right when we moved to Bedford, so almost 3 years. My favorite part is honestly the community, because through Heather, you were one of the first podcasts. I think you were on.
I was right after. Yeah,
you were like first, second. I don't know.
I didn't start before Life, Liberty, Happiness.
No, they were
so
first.
I think I was
Brandon third. Yeah, you were right there. And just the relationships and doors that joining your organization opened for me and allowing my business to grow has been you can't put a value on it. So it's been wonderful. So Heather, all the hard work, and plus the business that she does with us, like the shows, the people coming in and we getting to meet them. It's just been an all around fantastic experience. She's a great person, great organization. So I am money well spent.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. That was actually a good answer, Woody. I'm going to put you on the spot more often.
Thank you so much.
So I hope you win for the Love and Lace podcast. I hope you win for best wedding advice.
I won yesterday.
So
of course you did.
Trivia with the button.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you got to try out the button.
I won the week before last.
Yeah, Casey said she was having fun with the button.
Who did y'all play against? Oh, never mind.
Oh, I played against Woody.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I did too.
In Disney trivia too, no less, and beat him.
My record.
It was same with me.
Some random European country wears their rings on their right hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember which one, but that was one of the questions.
Okay.
It was traditionally which hand
right
they wear their wedding
right-handia.
So, all right. So Samantha, how long have you been part of the CVABC, and what do you think is the greatest benefit? You can't take Woody's answer now.
It's okay. So 2 years and 1 month, because I joined like 1 to 2 weeks after I got my official LLC, which we will let Mike say his spiel about being the first official client.
I was the first official client.
His hit the check from their job. I had my name and everything, paid for my like official like legalization of my company going from a sole prop to an LLC. And
we just went full circle with that because you just helped Sheena get her LLC for Sweet Nannies.
Yes.
So look at that. Businesses exciting. Building businesses. It's great.
Yes, I love it. And so yeah, about 2 years, and I blame in a good way the CVABC for us doubling our services every single year, because it is by word of mouth of this group that I've been able to bring on team members, that I've been able to grow enough to where I don't have to say no when somebody from the CVABC walks through my door. I say, yep, we can take care of you. Let's figure out how to do that. And let's do it quickly. Let's do it efficiently. And, through that, I've gotten to serve the CVABC. I've gotten to serve Visiting Angels, and I've gotten to serve so many different members. And I don't think that there could be anything to make me not be so grateful for the CVABC and what they do.
Wow. That's two great answers. That's awesome.
Wow.
I'm like over here, like just ready to cry. It's so exciting.
I am tearing up. I almost did cry.
Yeah.
So,
well, a couple of things before we end our show today. I will mention, I had, and I meant to mention this earlier, if you're looking for talking about supporting local and spending locally, if you're looking for a Christmas gift this season for a hardworking business owner that
like Northfield, we
actually had a business yesterday. Her parents came in.
I love this story.
Yeah, her parents came into our office, and they said, one of the things my daughter wants for Christmas is a membership with your organization.
Oh,
so we're going to buy it for her. And I was like, are you serious? Like, first of all,
That is
What?
the cutest thing ever.
How awesome A is that?
That's
And B, that they are going to gift her this because they were like, she said that she isn't a member, but she's been to a few things that you guys do. And she's made lots of friends and, things, with that. And she just wants to be more involved. And she just asked us if this is something, we could give her. And he was like, if we fill it out, can you create like a certificate or something we can wrap up for her for Christmas?
You bet you can.
And I said, absolutely.
I'll show up at her front door with a banner.
Right.
Just
So
Bigfoot will deliver it.
Bigfoot said I'll do it. I'm out of that now.
I just was overwhelmed. Like, I thought that was such a great idea.
But what a great gift to tell somebody.
Yeah.
Like, not only do I believe in you as my daughter, but we're going to invest in this and help you see the awesomeness of your dream and help you grow your business. Like, that's how much we believe in you. And what better gift than to tell somebody I believe in you?
Yeah.
Like,
so if you are that person out there that wants to do that, gift a small business owner, whether it's family or a friend or someone you just believe in.
or if you've got a nonprofit you support,
Yeah,
you think they would
nonprofit.
benefit from this. Like, you could get them a membership and it could really help their nonprofit.
Yeah, a nonprofit membership's only $99 a year. So, like,
Come on, y'all.
how great is that you could gift a nonprofit a membership where they can potentially use some free marketing and advertising, because that's money they're not having to spend out of their own pocket to make that happen. So anyway, I thought that was a great idea. So if you're interested in something like that, please contact me, Heather at cvabc.org, and we can make that happen. We can print a certificate you can wrap up and give to them.
Yep.
I think it's really cool. And then the last thing I'll mention is that, unfortunately, guys, next week I will not be here.
It's going to be a great show.
It's,
Wait a minute. My
I'm not
heart
gonna
sank.
be
I didn't know where that was going. I was like, wait a minute.
This is my last podcast.
I know. I was like, hold
He
on.
was like, wait, here.
Yeah, what do you
here's
didn't
your
notice?
notice.
Just what we just said about you.
as
And
much as you love me, I'm out.
All right, now I'm
No,
good
I'm
now.
kidding.
Go ahead. Go
She
right.
wanted to go out on a high note.
No, I actually, though, will not be here next Wednesday. So I am going to be visiting the magical world of Disney. And I can't wait. We're going to, after parades and Centerfest, I'm taking a week of family time, and my whole family is heading down to
And
Florida.
talking about being in the Christmas spirit. So,
Yeah.
I've been to Disney at Christmas. It is like Christmas overload. It's fantastic.
my favorite time of year to be in Disney.
Yeah.
I was there last year, so we're doing Universal. So we're going to get to go to the holiday jubilation and do all that cool stuff, and then we're doing the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And
Are you going to get a butterbeer?
I will get a butterbeer. I may only get a couple sips of it,
That's
but
fine.
I'm gonna have a butterbeer. I'm a Harry Potter fanatic, so yes.
I wonder if Sheena's ever tried a butterbeer cookie.
Ooh.
Oh
I
my
know
God, I
she's
would love her
listening,
forever. if
so
she
that's
could
why I
figure
said
that
it.
out for me.
Oh, wow.
But
I'm
anyway,
guessing it'd be similar to like a Coke cake or something, where you make the butterbeer and just pour it in instead of the
not
other
sure.
stuff.
but Mike and Woody will be here, and Sheena from Sweet Nanny.
Sheena from Sweet Nannies will be here. It's going to be a great show. And then I've got a surprise guest for next week. I'm not going to tell anybody who it is.
What?
It's me. I'm just
I
going to
need
show up.
to know who it is.
She's bringing. She's gonna bring like.
I'm going to show up for cookies.
Yeah, what kind of cookies you want? I'll make sure she's got the kind you like.
I do not discriminate against cookies.
So,
Any
Yep.
type I am happy with.
all right, sounds good.
Yep, and we'll need her to bring cookies too for the December 20th show because that's my birthday. And we're having a
She's
birthday
already-
show.
She's already booked up for birthday with
Oh,
us this month.
for the love.
Because my birthday's the 10th.
The
So,
birthday show. Oh, that's right. We need a joint birthday show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you guys for listening, tuning in to Talk Local to Me. Make sure you're going out and checking out all the parades and fun things to do this coming weekend. And until next time.
check out cvabc.org for more information.